big business. We linked up in the UK with them outlaws, no limit forever, and we mash hard and we stay out the shadow. What's good, family? I hope you guys are feeling better than me. As you can probably hear, I've come down with a bit of a winter cold, but we're still gonna try and power through with some of this content. Now, a rapper by the name of Nuke Bizzle has been sentenced to 6 years in prison after bragging about 700K in COVID fraud. Yeah, you heard that right. 700,000 in fraud throughout the COVID pandemic. Now, a rapper called Nuke Bizzle from Los Angeles has been sentenced for defrauding the government of unemployment compensation during the COVID-19 pandemic. So this rapper, Nuke Bizzle, accepted a plea deal on Wednesday, December the 7th, and received a 6-year prison sentence after scamming the California Employment Development Department of over 700,000 in pandemic unemployment benefits from July 2020 to September 2020. So wow, July to September, that's a couple of months, and he was able to accumulate so much. 700,000, definitely a high price. So he was also ordered to pay back $704,760 in restitution. So as per the report, it says Bizzle hatched the scheme by submitting false applications with completely made up work histories with addresses from locations such as Beverly Hills to Koreatown, and additionally he obtained preloaded debit cards, I should say, and those debit cards totaled 704,760 after he submitted 92 fraudulent claims. So it says the Las Vegas authorities initially arrested him in September 2020, and he was found carrying 8 different debit cards, 7 of which were under different names. And throughout his fraud, they say that Baines, he turned the program into his own personal piggy bank, and during his sentencing he apologized for his involvement in the scam and asked the judge for his mercy. He said that the scheme was devised by his friends and he allowed them to use his address to receive mail. So I mean, what do you guys think about this? It's definitely a shame for taking advantage of the system in that kind of way, especially throughout the pandemic where there's people that needed those funds. I know some will say it's the system and they got the money and all that stuff, but you know, definitely an example of somebody just being dishonest just to gain what they can over everybody else. You know, I won't go into too much, obviously you guys can hear my voice, but it says that he got 6 years for it. Do you guys think that's a justifiable sentence? They say outside of his prison sentence, he has a track record of run-ins with the law. He was charged with illegally possessing a semi-automatic pistol and previously pleaded guilty to 1 count of mail fraud and possession of oxycodone with intent to distribute in a case that was transferred from the Western District of Tennessee. So the beginning of the end has come for him in a sense when he went viral releasing a song and a music video which was entitled EDD, where he was bragging about getting rich off EDD in September 2020 with a rapper called Fat Wizza, who also appeared in the video, who opens the recording by saying your card has now been activated and is ready to use. So there we see a big case of card fraud, COVID fraud, and this is one of the latest hip-hop figures to get caught up in scamming people like this, using government funds during the pandemic. It also happened with a Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star called Mo Fane, who was sentenced to 17.5 years in prison for multiple charges, including bank fraud and conspiracy for misusing funds. So guys, what do you guys think of this? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think that he's got the justified sentence for his crimes? I don't really know this rapper as such. I'm not familiar with his music. Any of you guys familiar with this? Let us know.